Time now for The Real World with Lee Anderson, Westminster's toughest talking MP, and not shy of debate in the chamber. Our red wall Rottweiler also proved today that he's happy to grapple with pro-EU rabble-rousers who constantly abuse Tories outside Parliament. So this is Lee having a playful laugh with that infamous loser, Steve Bray.
How's that experience going, Lee? Looks like you're benefiting from them.
It's a new year.
Happy New Year.
But you've not got a new job yet, have you?
You're still
Same old job. You're still a parasite, you're still a scrounger, and you're still a malignant.
Nice
Most stable for people to say the same employment, isn't it?
Get off. Get off. Get off. That's fair. Piece of There we go. There we go.
Lee, he nearly lamped you there, didn't
Well,
he? He can't take a piece of his own medicine, that utter loser.
Scary stuff, Dan. I'm still shaking now. I've got a...
You were giggling. You were loving it.
Yeah. I mean, the man is a professional nuisance. He's there 2 or 3 times a week. I mean, I don't know what he does for a living. He doesn't do anything for a living, I think. He's, like I say, he gets paid for being a nuisance. It's about time he was carted off to a funny farm somewhere. And yeah, I tell you what he's like. He's like that Japanese soldier wandering around the jungle, bayonet fixed, 40 years after war, no shoes and socks on. He thinks the war's still on. The man's an absolute loser, like you say. He needs to pack it in, go and get a proper job and contribute towards society.
Couldn't agree more, but I'm sure he'll be dining out over that video for weeks to come. But look, on to one of the really big political stories of the week. Boris Johnson, he made this big appearance at the Carlton Club in London last night for a special dinner, his portrait unveiling. But the real major thing is that he said publicly for the first time that he believes the Tories need to go to the next election with a low-tax agenda, which, Lee, even you have to admit, at the moment, that's not where your party's at.
It's not. I mean, I agree with what Boris said. I'm a low-tax Tory. There are many of us in that party that are, but unfortunately, at the moment, we're not delivering on those promises of being a low-tax Conservative government. And, you know, if we're not careful, if we don't go into the next election delivering on that sort of promise, being a low taxes, you know, sorting out business rate for small businesses. Just been talking to colleagues in the room there. They're very angry. Small businesses are angry. You know, we're going through a terrible time, and no country's ever taxed its way out of a recession or a deep hole. We need to cut the taxes. We need to cut income tax, business rates, corporation tax. Show the people of this country that we're on their side. Boris is a backbencher now. He can say these sort of things. He weren't saying these sort of things when he was the PM. Probably thought them. I don't know. But, you know, we've got a chance to turn it round, hopefully, in the next 18 months. Because if we don't, we're toast.
Well, that's the frustration, isn't it? Every Tory is a low-tax Tory until they're in a position where they can actually make a difference, and all of a sudden they sign up to the Treasury orthodox.
I think it's you know, politicians, good leaders, good politicians should be prepared to take risks and not be, you know, corporate or act like a civil servant. I think sometimes we're taking the easy option, what we think is the easy option, when really businesses out there, they know what the solution is. We should listen to business more because they're the ones that drive the economy. It's as simple as that, Dan.
What about the politics of this rumoured Boris comeback? I mean,
well,
you guys were all up in arms when Truss was down in the polls, but Sunak has not improved. He has not improved your poll rating. You're heading for an almighty thrashing with him. Boris would take the fight to Starmer.
He would. I agree with that. Boris is a campaign guru, a machine. He's very good at that. It's a little bit boring at the moment with Rishi in charge and Jeremy doing the job. We wanted a little bit of boring, if I'm honest with Dan, because the last 2 or 3 years have been like a soap opera in that place. You know, you dread putting the news on in the morning to see or reading the newspaper, so it's boring. You know, I think Rishi sometimes has a difficulty with connecting with the British public. He has that. He's trying his best, but we've got to judge him in 18 months' time, see where we are. You know, look at the spreadsheet in 18 months. If he starts delivering, if he's delivered on them pledges, if he's stopped the small boats, if he's cut inflation, if he's done all that stuff, then, you know, the British public's got a decision to make. Do they back him or Starmer?
Yeah, Politico today were comparing him to Alan Partridge over some of his public comments, which seemed a little harsh. But he certainly hasn't connected yet,
Yeah,
has he? And a lot of folk, I think, are prepared to give him a chance.
I think so.
But he needs to do something fast. And these set-piece performances where he stares down the camera and sort of reads off a script, they're not working.
They don't work. He has got a slight image problem, as you know. Probably needs to come and speak to people like me in the Red Wall, because
he did vote for Brexit.
Yes, he did. He ticks all those boxes. I mean, he can't help the way he talks or the way he looks. And, you know, he's a supremely intelligent man. It's that image thing. And unfortunately, in politics, you know, charisma, that razzmatazz I've said before, you know, the personality, that goes a long way.
Well, you know, that's why a lot of people are saying BBB, bring back Boris. But look, you talk about how politicians look, Lee. Gosh, venomous lefties, I guess I'll call them that, took aim at you this week for your dress sense, Lee. So I'm going to tell you about this. This is commenting, there you are. So you're wearing black jeans, they're black boots and an anorak.
Yeah.
And one person went viral on Twitter for saying you can tell a lot about a person by the way they dress. This MP likes to dress like a snob. I mean...
A thug?
Sorry, a thug. A thug, likes to dress like a thug. And for me, the word snob was in my head because, to me, this is just absolute class of snobbery.
Well, it is snobbery. And, you know, this type of bloke, and I'm assuming it's a bloke, Dan, this is it's probably some sort of middle-aged, hippie, skunk-smoking, wearing tight jeans, communist, sat on his settee all day, eating muesli, reading The Guardian, quite frankly, to get out and get a life. If he wants to have a conversation with me, come and see me. You know, my door's always open. But people don't take these people seriously. They're just idiots, mate, aren't they?
No, and I do agree with that. But I think to equate someone who is working class with being a thug, that does actually show
it is snobbery. I mean, if you look at the clothes I'm wearing, black jeans, anorak, which I think cost me 20 quid from B&M, pair of Clark boots, you know what? That's what we wear up in my neck of the woods. I mean, I never even thought twice that I looked like some sort of far-right fascist thug going out in my anorak.
Well, I don't think you do. I don't think you do. Lee Anderson, I'm Man of the People. Thank you so much, and we will speak next week. Coming up.